Page 12, the river. Now there is a lead sheet on this on pages 14 and 15. I'm going to cover that in a different lesson. So this lesson is strictly on pages 12 and 13. Let's look it over. 4/4 time. We have 1 sharp in the key signature. This is in the key of G major. I don't know if the book has told you yet or your teacher yet, but in my opinion, if you haven't been, it's time for you to be doing the scales. The C major scale, you could have already been doing it because that was the stuff we've had before, just uses the white keys mainly. But in G major, you need to do the G major scale. I have a video on it. You do the beginner part, just 1 octave up and down. Just learn the scale. Do the stuff I say in it. The accents, working the wrists like I say, the whole bit, just like I explained in the video. Let's take this one hand at a time and make sure we have the notes and fingering all worked out. Now you'll notice the first measure only has 2 counts in it when it's supposed to have 4. But if you look at the last measure at the bottom of page 13, it has 2 counts in it, so that's the first 2 counts. So these are the last 2 counts. And we're here, 1 and 3. Actually, it's an F sharp. Don't forget the F sharps. All okay. So it's 3, 4. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, and. It's a little bit different with the 8th notes. 4 and on measure 2. 4 and 4. And then these are tied. So hold that down for 3 counts, and then at the end of this measure, again, I don't like their notation. The 2 8th notes in the upper staff is on B4. The first 2 8th notes in the lower staff, that's beat 3. You can, in my opinion, if you want, draw in a quarter rest in the upper staff above the first 8th note in the left hand, and a quarter rest in the bottom staff at the end. Because really, I don't like that notation. So, but just understand the 8th notes in the right hand come on beat 4. 4 and. Then do this again. Isn't this nice? You're staying here until measure 11. Measure 11, your 3 is 4, and then a 3. It is one of the styles of fingering, one of the techniques we use in fingering, is when we need to change hand positions, we can do it on repeated notes. Here in measure 11, we have 3 E's. We've been in this position, we need to go to this position, up 1. So we do it during those E's. It doesn't matter which E you change on. They're doing it on the second one. You could do it on the third one. It doesn't matter. The point is you're changing on repeated notes, and this is very common in piano, and I encourage it, yes. And then the next measure, scrunch up a little bit, but 4th finger, because we got to come back down. Now, measure 14. They want you to lift up and come down with thumb again. I don't like that at all. I don't like doing that. I would prefer to prepare. We need to be in this position at the end of measure 14. I would like to prepare for that rather than just abruptly jumping to it. If possible. Sometimes you can't. You got to jump. But here, I suggest of measure 14, rather than thumb, we use 2nd finger. Just bring 2nd finger down. Now your thumb is there, you can use it. So I'm going to recommend 2nd finger for the B half note on measure 14. But at the end, then you do need to just abruptly come up. It's a B and a G, and you just got to come up. So you're just lifting up and moving, but you got to hit 2 notes, and both notes need to be accurate. Well, good luck with that. You have to find the best way that works for you to do this for now. So just lift up and move. That's okay. The pedal will help us out a little bit on that one. You can take a little more time. If you need just a quarter note and a quarter rest to get up there, that's okay for now. Yeah. Left hand. Well, they want you here, and then here, and here. I don't recommend it. Whenever you're changing back and forth like this, I recommend if possible use 2nd finger. So here it'd be 5-2, and then 5-1. You're in this position, and that's what I recommend you do. It's a much better fingering, the more solid fingering than what they're showing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and this fun. Next one, then measure 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Just stay here. You can use second finger on the D. Even on the eighth notes, you can use second finger. Just stay here, because you're going to need this. And measure 7, it's 4 here. That's all right. You can still use second finger on the D on measure 8. Just stay here. And then measure 11, third finger, because 2 here. 2, just stay here. You need third finger anyway, so just, and then back to 5-2. Now measure 15. Now if you want, you can use fifth finger, because we're not going up anymore. Now we're going down. 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Put the hands together. This should be interesting. Here, here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. You get the idea. I played a wrong note, but you didn't hear it, so don't do it. You go through and put the hands together at your speed, and then go back through and get rid of the hesitations. And then a month or two later, when you've done that, we'll add in the articulation, of which they don't really give you any. You got some slurring. Now in this piece, I tell you to lift up between the phrases, but the piece ends up going so fast it really doesn't matter. Just pretty much connect everything except for the rest. Dynamics go to the melody, that's the right hand. Whatever you think mezzo forte is, or moderately loud, not loud, just sort of loud. Then on measure 11, or right before measure 11, you get the hairpin to start going. You're going to go up to loud, but don't get loud until measure 12. So it's moderately loud. There, that's loud. So you're not changing much here. In my opinion, you could almost wait until the last 2 beats of measure 11 to go up. As you do that, you can get louder. You're loud, and a measure 15, you're loud, you go down to moderately soft, and then soft. So don't get soft until the very end. So you're not getting soft, too soft, loud, moderately loud, moderately soft. It's my opinion. You need to feel the dynamics. The left hand, keep it out of the way. It's in the background. It's like on measure 4, the eighth notes. It should be clear to the listener that the 2 eighth notes, the right hand, is melody, and the 2 eighth notes, the left hand, is not. So there should be a difference between them. So it's clear to the listener what's melody and what isn't. Now, as far as the speed goes, this is a fairly quick piece. They have moderately fast in 2. That means they want you to feel it in 2. Instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, they want you to feel it in 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Two, 1, 2. However, it's got to be accurate. So don't go faster than you can do accurate. But for the piece to really sound like it's intended, it needs to go fairly quick. Now, on top of all that mess, they've added pedal. And we'd like some overtones on this. So we want to connect things. We need pedal to connect that. It's going to be overlapping pedal or lag pedal or legato pedal. Well, legato's more of a technique. You push the notes down first and then the pedal. And when I change the pedal, it's after I play the notes. So the pedal is lagging behind what I'm doing with the hands. So there's an overlap. That ensures there's always sound coming. So at the beginning, push the notes down. Actually, this goes so fast, you almost have to push the note down at the same time as the pedal. At the end, the pedal and the hands come up together. That's sort of the amount. It's not bad. Usually I don't agree with their pedaling, but in this piece, it's a quick little piece. You can go ahead and pedal it like it's shown. Let's try it together very, very slowly just to make sure we have the right notes and rhythms. Not going to do any dynamics. We're not performing it here. I'll go ahead and pedal it like they're showing. I'll give us 2 counts. Ready, go. That's 2. And then we go because we come in on beat 3. Slowly. We're just checking notes and rhythms. That's all this is for. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3. 1 and 2 and. 1 and 2 and. You get the idea. And then let go when I'm ready. There is a duet for this also, so I'd like to play that, and you play what you just played. We're going to go a little faster, and this time I need you to go up 2 octaves instead of 1. So just pretend middle C goes up 2 octaves. 1, 2. And you play it all up here. Here. Sounds weird, but that's what they want, so okay, go for that. Now, if you're using 2 keyboards, or somebody else is playing another keyboard, that's fine. If you're using 1 keyboard and both of you are at the same keyboard, the person who does the bottom part does the pedal. On duets, keep that in mind, pretty much any duet. The person who plays the bottom part does the pedal. So I will give us 2 counts. Now there isn't a pickup beat in the duet part, so I'm going to play those notes with you, and then I'm going to do the duet part, and I'm going to improvise the duet part a little bit because I want to keep a beat. So I need to be playing quarter notes or eighth notes or something. So I'll just make something up, but keep it together. So I will give us 2 counts, and let's try this fairly quickly. Ready, go.